Hello, hello. Welcome everyone. And for those of you who are observing Eid al-Adha today, Eid Mubarak to you and your families as well. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. So today I'm going to look into updating more than 180 projects of Angular to the latest version Angular 16 and not Angular 16 but Angular 18. Hello, Code with Edgar. Hey Edgar, how's it going? It was hard to read, but I think Edgar is your name. Is that right? So we're going to update more than 180 projects of Angular. And to give you a bit of background, the projects are part of this thing, this beautiful book. It's called the Angular Cookbook, second edition. This is written by me. I'm the only author of this book, and this is my second book that was published worldwide. So this contains more than 180 projects. If I remember correctly, 96 is the exact count of the projects, and you can make it twice. So it's essentially more than 180 project. How are you today? I'm good. I just got back from, I just got back home. This was Eid ul-Adha for us today. And I was at one of the groups here that I have in Sweden. Is based off a lot of Pakistani people. So we met them and we had fun. We ate a lot of food as we usually do. And we also had, we also played some FIFA. So that was interesting. It was good. How about you? How have you been? And now that we have a bit of a background to what we're going to do, we're going to start looking into it. I'm going to try to find the project here as well so we can get started. Let's see if I can find. Yeah. And if I go back to my original one, there we are. And there we go. Edgar says, I'm okay. I was doing some web development. Cool. What kind of project are you working on? Share with us. What kind of projects are we working on? And I can also do git status. Let's see what has been changed. Just some package lock. I'll try to add for now. Just do a git stash. I'll pull everything from the site. So let's do git pull. Okay. Git remote, get origin, or get URL, origin, pack publishing, Angular Cookbook second edition. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if I show you the repository we are talking about, it's this one. No, not this one. This is the first edition. This is the second edition of the book. Have you ever tried to convert Figma web design to React Next.js? I have not done it specifically for Next.js, but I've done plenty of Figma to web or HTML, CSS in general. So I think it's, or I mean, I know it's similar to React Next because you are not really coding directly, or in some way you are coding React itself, but the difference is just class name. So you just need to change class to class name. And I think everything else is quite the same. But are you working on something like that at the moment? I've converted a lot of Figma designs to HTML. I've converted a lot of Zeppelin designs to HTML. I've worked with the Sketchbook, or it's called Sketch, I think. Sketch, Figma. There's also one called InVision. Yeah, a lot of those ones. But what I want you to see today is how can we convert all these projects that we have to the latest Angular version. And the last commit that I did was 3 months ago. So we are going to update that to the latest version of Angular. And since I'm using NX, I want to go and say GitHub NX, and I want to see what is the latest version of NX and what sort of packages does it have. So this is the one, 19.3.0. It is It was released 3 days ago, as you can see. So if I go here, I should be able to see what is the version of Angular in this. So if I go to, let's see, but this is beta. No, this is the latest one, right? So if I go to this tag, here I am. So I should be able to see, if I look at the package JSON, maybe here I can find it. So we have, yeah, so here you can see we are using Angular common compiler. I'm not sure if this is the right place to look at it, but because this NX project is dependent on these versions, Angular 18.000, but I'm not sure when the package goes out, what is the version here? Maybe I should look here. So the Angular package that it uses behind the scenes, what is the version here? Or maybe it uses the same one as outside. So this one has a peer dependency from 16 to 19, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. And if I go to migrations, maybe I can see it there. Do we have any migrations that we need to run on 14, 15? If I go all the way down, so Angular code 18 to 19. So okay, so this one basically updates to Angular 18, which is good. Good. So I think we can actually update to the latest NX version in this case. So let's begin. So I'm gonna go to my code, and here let's start a new branch. So git checkout B, not BM. We are going to start by just creating a new branch, because it's always a good idea to have one branch per issue you're trying to fix. And we're gonna name it Angular v18, and that's it. Now we can go ahead and first start with the, now we can start with the package. I don't think we really need to update the CodewithAhsan package that I use within my code repositories. Maybe I need to do it, but we'll see. So I want to first go to the start folder. So cd start, and we are going to run it here. So we can first say nx migrate, and I think it's called latest, and we don't have it, so we are going to run npx nx migrate latest. Edgar says, yeah, I'm developing an e-commerce website for selling smartphones devices for a company. Awesome, that sounds good. So I assume you're converting a lot of Figma designs to React and Next.js. Interesting. Which country is it based in, if you don't mind telling? And it sounds like an interesting project. Nice. Good to know. What does the name Edgar mean? Does it have a meaning behind it, or is it based on someone famous? And this whole process is gonna take some time. Usually this process is very boring, but I actually prefer this to be boring, because if this is exciting, that means that something is going wrong, and then when you fix it, yeah, that's what the excitement then brings in. So we'll see if this goes smoothly from Angular version 17 to Angular 18, or if we get into some trouble and we have some manual things to do. I remember there are at least, I think, 4 projects that I have, which there are at least 4 projects which are not part of the NX workspace. So I might have to update them manually, but still I think we can go through the NX ones pretty quickly. So we'll look into that. Okay, there we go. Edgar is my real name. It is the name of a famous artist and a pencil drawing. Aha, interesting. Yeah, I thought so. Awesome. That's awesome. Because usually when I ask people the meanings of their name, they don't really know. And then yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you have a meaning of your names. Sometimes you're just named on based off someone famous. For example, I think like Charles or even Alexander. So those kind of people are named, yeah, on someone famous. Okay, now that we have this, we just need to install these packages. As you can see, the NX packages already have upgraded these versions to 18.x. For example, compiler, CLI, PWA, all of them are updated to somewhat new packages. So what we need to do is just run npm i, and then we can do some sort of, oh, interesting. Now we have some sort of conflicting dependency. That's going to be fun. Can you do some research on the Figma design to React Native? I don't think there's an automated way of doing this. There might be tools, but then they go towards being paid, and then I don't, as a senior engineer, I don't find the solution of those automated tools very good, to be honest. So I would just convert them one by one. So when you go with React Native, you just are not using HTML. You have to use React and Flex, which is the styling system of React Native. So yeah, you would have to look it up. I mean, I've done it plenty of times myself, but I don't think it's easy for me to do it during a live stream, if you understand what I mean. Okay, so what does it say? Found Angular Dev Kit 17.2.3. Okay. This one was from the root project, 18.0.4. And this was from Angular NX. Okay. Okay. Interesting. 18.0. And then the TypeScript is also not bad. Yeah, we would have to go with force for this one, or we can go with legacy peer depths for now, but we are going to fix it later on. Once this is run, we should have resolved this then. Did I run npm i? Yes. So npm i is going to finish successfully. Once this is done, then we need to run the migrations. You can try to find me on LinkedIn and send me a message there. I don't usually do Skype. And I don't usually do one-to-one calls, to be honest. So you can send me a message on LinkedIn and we can look at that. Human who codes config array. Interesting. Object schema. Nice. But in the meantime, we can also have a look at what is new. I'm not sure if you have seen already what's new with Angular. Where is the blog.angular.io? Is that the one? Yeah, so we have v18, which is right here. And there were a lot of cool things. For example, experimental zone JS or zoneless change detection. We also had the this one, the new hybrid change detection, which was implemented, but we also had the coalescing by default, which basically means that if there would be two events running in Angular, or if you're trying, if multiple components say, hey, we want to run the change detection, they would be combined together to do one. So for example, here it says we are using the same scheduler for zoneless apps and apps using Zone.js with coalescing method to reduce the number of change detection cycles in new Zone.js applications. This behavior is enabled for new applications because this can cause bugs in apps run on the previous change detection behavior, but coalescing reduces unnecessary change detection cycles and significantly improves performance for some applications. So this is what I meant. And here by default, when you create a new Angular 18 application, it has this line automatically added. So event coalescing is automatically added. But let's see where we are with our installation. So here it looks like it went fine, which means that now that I have my packages installed, I can run npm or npx nx migrate -- run -migrations. If you run Muhammad Ahsan Ayaz, you should be able to find me. So if I go here, this is the one. Muhammad Ahsan Ayaz. I'm going to share the link in the chat as well. You can find it here. Okay. So let's see what this guy is doing. Okay, interesting. And now we are running migrations from migrations.json. Super cool. And I should perhaps sit now. So let's have a seat. Is it too noisy? Maybe it is. Okay. This is much better, much nicer. There we go. Yeah, these packages or these projects that we have, the end-to-end packages, they don't need the migrations to be run because they're not really Angular based, or they're not really Angular applications. They are essentially just the Cypress projects. Updated Angular CDK to version 6.18. That's nice. I don't know why I have 16 on my mouth all the time. It's it should be 18 now. So once we have this migrated, we have to run the build for all of them. I think I created a script named Sanity. Do I have that? Yeah, Sanity sh. So it goes into start, runs the builds, and then makes sure that everything is working fine in that case. So we can run those at least and see if everything works fine. But we are going to start with this one. If we run npx nx many or nx run many and we run target build, then this will run the build process for all of the applications inside the start workspace. And then we can just look into if everything works fine, then we're good. If it doesn't, then yeah, then we have to do something about it. So we'll see. Okay, so we got the CDK version updated. Now we have version 18. To the update the Angular CLI package version to 18. That's good. Then we also updated ESLint RC JSON. So a bunch of things changed. We also add TypeScript ESLint no extra semi error, no extra semi off. Interesting. So this must be based on the TypeScript version 5.4, if I remember correctly. What is the latest version that has been added here? 5.4, yeah, exactly, 5.4.5. It was published 2 months ago. Interesting. Okay, so everything worked fine. This is good. Now we can try to see what happens if we run npx nx run many and we say target build. Now there are some of the applications which I assume should fail and should not build, but I already know about all those. If they are not working because of, for example, there was one project that had something like performance optimization. So it should not build because we had some thresholds, and since it's not performing well and it has a larger bundle size, the build fails there, and that is okay. But if every application starts failing, then we have a big problem. So we'll see if we need to fix something there or not. And I also want to run the same thing that we have here to in my workspace as well. So here, if I open the work tree, you'll see not only we have the start NX workspace and final NX workspace, but we also have this CodewithAhsan workspace, which is also an NX workspace. So this one also needs to be updated. I think the last time I updated was 3 months ago when we did update to 17.2.3, as you can see. So I need to update that as well. And now you can see we are running 3 out of 82, 6 out of 6 succeeded. So far 6 projects have been built and they've worked fine. Nice. Now we are going to try to see if we can update the CodewithAhsan package. So cd CodewithAhsan. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to do it while this is happening. I think it should be fine, but we'll see if anything goes wrong in this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and in parallel, just go and say npx nx migrate latest. Is it any noise coming from my end at all or no? Naim Hadar, hello Ahsan, which package have you installed for GitHub tracking history? Good question. It is called Git Lens. I think I should have it somewhere around here. So Git Lens is the one. I can share the link in the chat as well. I'm not sure if it goes to LinkedIn. No, it doesn't go to LinkedIn. So you'll just have to find it. Git Lens is the name. Okay, so far so good. In the meantime, I'm thinking, should I also update the README to reflect what it does, or that it supports the Angular v18? So if I go here, try to say open preview to the side, I can actually start looking into the updated version for it. I don't know. Maybe we can. We go here, we go here. It's Maghrib time already. By the way, again, Eid Mubarak to everyone who's observing Eid ul-Adha today. Okay. So what I was looking at was the preview of this one. And let's see if I can get rid of this guy and just bring this guy in. So here we have it. How about we remove the bottom banner? Is it better? Yeah, I think we can remove that. There's no need. So what I want to do at least here is on the top, maybe show some sort of some sort of logo, Angular Cookbook 2nd edition. And at the top here, we can probably just add the Angular logo. If I try to find it, it should be possible for me to find it. Start. Where are the files? So here, if we go, no, I think CodewithAhsan, packages, ngCBUI, source, and but the logo we have here is actually here, the SVG. But can't we just load it? Or I mean, we can also have it as an SVG here as well. So if I go docs, here I can add another file. Here I can say something like angular logo.svg. We can put it here, save this guy, and then here we can go ahead and say docs angular logo.svg. And this is essentially not the path, but this is supposed to be the title. So angular logo, and here we can paste it. There we go. We could also add it as a centered image as well if we wanted. For example, something like image, and here we could have source, and we could have docs slash angular logo.svg. But the beauty of this one is we can maybe center it. So if I get rid of it, I can also say alt angular logo, and here we can also say maybe if I put a div here, that should be rendered as well. So if I go here to this, and I can say probably style text align center. You see, now this is in the center. Awesome. And here we can probably just give it some sort of width and height. So here we can say width. Now you're looking at me coding HTML. Yay, 100. Angular Cookbook 2nd edition. Cool, cool, cool. And now here we can also have a heading that says updated or supports or works with or Angular version. Okay. What should we write here that also tells it is supporting Angular 18, but also before? Maybe this is good. Code updated to Angular v18. Pick up your copy today. Yeah, I think this should be good. Now, if we look at this one, remote caching, no, skip for now. So this one was I'm going to bring this a bit back. So we did have, so this is my custom NX plugin, and seems like everything went well here. So we just need to run npm install. Then we need to run npm nx migrate run migrations, and then we should be good. So we can run npm install legacy peer deps because I'm 100% sure this is going to come up. So we'll run npm install there. And then we'll run the migration thingy. Okay. So if you look at this right now, all the apps that we have created so far seem to be working fine. I know there's 70 some, what is, I don't remember the app number, but it's like 76 or maybe 81. I don't remember which one, but one of this is at least supposed to be failing. But we'll see when the time comes. Okay, so we are doing a bunch of stuff in parallel as well. So we are upgrading the logo. We are upgrading both the start and end projects, but we are also updating the package as well, which I've created myself here. So we'll see how that goes. Or maybe I'm wrong no, I think there should be at least one project that fails. Now we are at ng performance, right? So there should be one called bundle sizes or something that should fail. We'll see about that. And here we are installing the packages or dependencies for the plugin. There we go. Now, I don't know if this is going to cause any trouble. I don't think it should, but we will see. So one of them failed, right? Here you can see 1 out of 88 failed. As I said, there was at least one that would fail, and that should be, I think, the one that is for the bundle size or something like that. No, the CD ref failed. Oh no. Or this happened because of the package that we just installed for the other one. What if we run all of them? Would it be any faster? Yeah, so 87 read from cache. This is the last one that it is right now going to build again. This is what I love about NX. Now I don't have to build all my applications again because already it is saved in the NX cache. So NX cache contains the information of the previously built apps. It should be in start cache. And here you can see, yeah, we have a lot of apps right there. Cool, cool, cool. I like it. So all these projects work. That's great. But then there are some which are not part of the NX repository. But we are going to look at that later on. But maybe we can pick one of these to just run and see if it's actually working. So what I'm going to do is maybe I can open the one that was with signals. I just saw it right here somewhere. Effects, here, ngcc signal. So if I try to run npm run, or if I run from outside, npm run serve ngcc signals, let's see if this one works. So let's wait a minute. Generating it. Cool, cool, cool. And now it is running, but it's running on a different one. So let's see if I can power this up. And if I open another tab, this is the app running. Cool. Okay, the package itself or the styling is not up to the mark. So maybe something has gone wrong. We'll see. We'll see if this has happened for every single one of them, because this is not what it is supposed to be. We have the toolbar title. We have this one right here. We have the banner, toolbar, absolute, displays, flex. Everything is here, but then align item center. There is no justify between in these. Aha, okay. But isn't the title supposed to have a flex one? I think. Display flex, alignism, get one. I think this one here is supposed to have a flex one. So flex one is something that's supposed to be here, but it isn't. So it's a bit concerning, but we'll see. This one takes us to Angular Cookbook site. I think yes. Okay, we'll see. Loading, 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 loading. Is it okay? Okay, we'll see when that functions. But here I can probably add a new item. No, I think in the start there's nothing that you can see, but then afterwards you implement it. That's fine. But that means if I run, okay, let's stop it right here. Then we are going to also run the other thing. So we have installed the packages now. Now we need to run npx nx migrate -- run migrations. So we're going to do it for the migration. And then we can do the same thing for final, because everything in the start is working fine, at least the ones which are based on the NX mono repository. So we can go to final, and we can also run now here npx nx migrate latest, and this takes time. So better run this right now. Okay, so this is gonna run. Let's see what this is running. So this is running all the migrations that are needed for the package itself. Very good. Okay, now we have this running. The migration has been done as well. The npm run build also has been done. So I think the only thing that's remaining is just to go inside final and run npm install, and it should be good. But what I also want to do is I want to go to the start one and pick something else. So let's say if I go to cd start, and if I put something like, I don't know, npx or nx, or we can say npm run serve cc on changes. I'm not really sure if that's a project. No, I think it's component communications ng on changes. Yeah, that's a project name. So our start has been updated to the latest Angular version. Our CodewithAhsan package has been done as well. So if I go here, you can see CodewithAhsan got the ESLint RC JSON here. It also got migrations.json updated as well, and the package JSON as well. And in the package, sorry, in the package JSON, we also have the version 18 updated as well. So all of them are now updated to the latest version. That's awesome. And we have this one. Now I don't see that here we need the flex. Why is that so? So the toolbar here has position absolute, blah, 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 all of these things. But then what is the difference here? So ngcb logo, this one is right here. Cursor pointer, border box. Spacer is something that is here. Aha! There are a lot of apps which don't have the spacer. That is probably why. And that's not good. That is not good. Okay, how do we try to find, or we should probably look into how can we identify if any of the projects do not have a spacer in their HTML. Now that's going to be an interesting one. So I could write a, why does it not work? That's not good. Let's see. So if I go here, duplicate this, if I go to ngcookbook.com, does it not work? And what about this one? Not even on incognito. No, here it works on incognito. Why does it not work here? I think it's probably something interfering with the browser maybe. But I think we're going to just write a particular command that would, we're just going to write something that allows us to identify if a particular project doesn't have the spacer in there, but we'll fix that. So that's one potential fix we could do. Okay, let's see. So we have final, which is showing us some messages. So here, do you want to add remote caching? No, this is for our final one. And there we go. Now we have the final one running as well. But we just need to run npx nx migrations, and I can copy this, and I think I can just paste this because it automatically runs the npm install. So I don't think I need to run it again. Or maybe I need to run it because of the legacy peer something, we'll see. But okay, let's see if once this one settles down, we'll see. In the meantime, I'm going to just try one thing really quickly. Let's see if I can go to Gemini and try to do something around here. Let's see, can I collapse it? Yeah. So here, let's try one thing. Let's ask Gemini if it can help us for creating a Node.js script that goes into each folder and then tries to see if the app component HTML has a key spacer in it or not. So let's say we can say write a Node.js script that we can run, or we can give a parent folder, and it goes inside the folder to each nested folders and reads all the files named app.component.html. And once done, and if any of them do not contain an HTML element with the class spacer, we log the path of that particular file. There we go. We also, or we will be writing all the logs in an external file at the end also. Okay, let's try this and see what does this help us create. In the meantime, let's also have a look at here as well. So this one is being run in final. We are running the migrations. Okay, so npm install went fine. That's nice. And now it's just running all the migrations. So super cool. Okay, so we have a file. Let's have a quick read. So it goes inside the main folder. It takes the parent folder from the command line, and then it takes the okay, so missing a spacer log.txt. This makes this a file. Okay, then we go inside with the parent folder and log file path. Then essentially I think it goes just inside each directory, reads it, and for each file name it sees if the file name is app component HTML, then that's good. If it's a directory, then it goes recursively into the file, and then if the content that it reads using the file sync does not include class equals spacer, then it basically appends it. But I don't know if I'm using single quotes or double quotes. That's an interesting thing. So let's try to tell Gemini if it can handle it. So I can say I'm not sure if we are using single or double quotes in the HTML file for attributes. So the following could give false positives. So maybe use a regex instead. Let's see what it does now. It says you are absolutely right. Of course, I am. Yeah. Oh, so let's see what they're doing now. So the spacer regex here is now this one. So it's this one. This is interesting. I never seen this R. What is this R right here? What is this R? Is this even valid JavaScript? I've never seen that. But we're going to try this out. So here we have, let's see. So here we have this particular component, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so the final one is done. Everything has been done. So we can just run npx nx run many. And we have target build. So we are running the build process for all of the final files. And hopefully all of them would be working just fine because it's the final folder. So I think it's going to be fine. So now we can go and say, let's create a script first. So here we can go and say, or I'm just going to create maybe it here because I'm going to create it temporarily. So I don't really need to save it in the scripts file. So I can say, find spacer.js, and here, here we can paste it. And let's see. So I'm going to close this guy. So what does it say? So here, yeah, this is what I don't really understand. What is this? What are you talking about? So this one, what is What is this? I don't understand this. Gemini, what is this? Oh, wait a second. If I run copy, if I go here, Gemini, what the heck is this? Are we still coding in JS? Oops. Let's see. Okay, so here's a breakdown. Okay, R. The R at the beginning indicates that the following string is a raw string literal. This means that the any backslashes within the string are interpreted literally, not an escape sequence. Interesting. In simpler terms, entirely JavaScript doesn't, but regular expression can be powerful too. Blah blah blah. Okay, interesting. I did not know that. But here it says error. Why does it? Here it says error. I don't understand it. So why does it say error in this case? Okay, let's try this. So if I run npm, okay, node find spacer. So here it says unexpected string, right? So here we have a problem. Let's see. Let's rather go and see, convert this into JavaScript regexp. This is much better. Thank you. What did I just do? Da, 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 da. Let's go to a new line. Wait. Okay. So here we got the file. Now we can go here and say, oh, and here we can paste it. We can delete this guy. And I think now we're good. So here we can now say node apps. No. Point spacer.js. Here it says invalid exp in this case. Why so? Let's see. We start with this. I think maybe what I can do is new reg. Did my PC hang just now? Oops, what happened? I can type here. I can't type there. Why can't I type there? Oh, this is weird. What's happening? Ah, okay. That's why. So here I can say new. Help me. Okay. So VS Code has given up. I'm gonna close this guy. I'm gonna say extension restart extension host. Let's see. So we go back in here, and here we should say, okay, that's fine. So here we should say new could be because it's doing too much. Or maybe I can disable Vim in here for now. Learn Vim. Or we have extensions. Let's say we close learn Vim for workspace. Restart extensions. Thank you. Don't save. So we go here. We open findpaster.json. And then here we can. Nope, still doesn't allow me to type anything. This is frustrating. Let's do this again. Copy the code. Go to the file. Paste this guy right here. And here we can probably say, as soon as I type N, I can't really type anything else. I don't know. Maybe it can't understand it. Could be. Nothing. As soon as I type one single thing, it just goes blunt and doesn't do anything at all. So it might be that the PC is doing too much. Could be. So one character and then it just dies. Okay, maybe we should wait for the process to end and then we can try to do something, because it seems like VS Code is just dying. Let's see. Okay, let's try this again. So here, what does it say? Invalid regular expression because of this one. If you copy this, go to regex 101, paste this here, does not match the subject string. So here we say something like span class equals spacer here. So this matches it properly. What if I use this guy? Then it also matches this. What if I do this? Then it doesn't do it. So this seems to be okay, but then it also needs to be G. Or what does regex actually expect? It's a pattern, a string, or regex itself, and then you give a bunch of flags. So here GM. So if we try to do this again, would it do the same? It says invalid regular expression, blah blah blah. Is it because we are not really marking anything space? It says invalid group. Okay, let's see. We can find it. So let's say we are getting this. Skip backslashes and quotes. There we go. So here, does it also take care of the G? Okay, it does. So here goes it. Now it should say, give me, it's the same. Invalid group. Let's see. So if I go and say JS regex validator, because here it doesn't say anything about that. So let's see. I mean, I could. We could probably write, to be honest, in a better regex or simpler regex than this, to be honest, and that would still work, because what I want to do is I want to find class. Okay, then we should have a space. Then it's also, why does it do a look ahead in this case? If I go here, match the remainder of the pattern with the following effective flags, GMI. That's fine. We don't really need that, to be honest. But then we have this guy. It's a non-capturing group in which we are getting either a double quote or single quote. That's good. Then we have this one, the first capturing group. It says any content and then the question mark. So dot asterisk and then question mark. Why do we have a question mark in here? If I have spacer here like this, and if I don't have this question mark, it should still be working. Then it could be any white space. Then it should say spacer, but there should not be any white spaces, to be honest. So, oops. So it should actually just say spacer and no white spaces, which means this should be this, and then we should have this one. And this is what I'm talking about. So if I do this, yeah, please provide a parent photo with the path as first argument. So here we can then say find spacer start slash is it apps? Now let's see if this works. So target build ran for 88 projects. In final, every one of them is working good. Nice. There's no search file or directory, stat, blah, blah, blah. Aha, now it's going inside node modules. We should not be going there, sorry. So this should be, if stats is a directory and stats, come on, come on. It has died. What is causing this? Let's see. So we have WSL running. We have Chrome running. Maybe we should get rid of this guy. Access denied, of course. What else is running? So not much more than that, to be honest. I don't think there's anything else running, to be honest. So let's see. So we were checking and stats dot name. Is it name? Is file size UID. Where do we check the file name? If it's directory, then it's a different thing. But then when we check the file name, we say for each. Okay, so we got the file path. So here we can say and file path. No, but file path. I don't know. Should I restart my VS Code? Maybe completely, because it seems like it's dying. I don't know why. I've done 2 times restart extension server, but let's see. So here we have file path dot. Nope, that doesn't seem to work. Okay, let's see. Let's open the task manager again. I need to see what is going on. So here we got Chrome that's taking up a lot of memory. We should also have Slack. Let's end that. We have got in Wondershare Filmora. Let's end that as well. Edge, not sure why we have opened that or why even we have that here. So file path dot, or we can also check file. No, stuck again. Okay, I'm gonna restart this and see if this fixes it. So file. So let's restart it. So task manager. We're gonna have to go inside the task manager and kill this guy, the VS Code thingy, and task. That's fine. It's fine. Fine. Close it. Visual Studio Code. Okay. There we go. Now let's try this once again. So here now we have file path and file path. Still, I don't know if it's Vim or something else, because this should not even be showing me the Vim cursor. So we had learn Vim. It should be right here. Disable for this workspace. Restart extensions. Is it still? Now this seems to be working fine. So file path or file restart extension host. So here if we do something like file path dot, does it also bring me some sort of intelligence at all? This is very troubling. Let's see if I can exit this guy. It's like my PC is shouting right now. Why though? So here I'm gonna delete this file. Let's see PC space I state. So here we have if file path dot, and we should have some sort of intelligence at least coming in. Or we could check if file name dot includes, or even I think file path dot includes node modules. Then we should go in here, otherwise we shouldn't. So if we just go ahead and say okay, that's fine. I want to do format, save without formatting for now. Cancel this guy. Save without formatting. Node find spacer start apps file. I think this was something else. This was file dot stat sync. So here we have stat sync. Let's see. Cancel. Okay, so we got some files. We only got chapter 1, which has CC signals, and then we have control flow. So both of them don't have it. What about the final ones? Okay, so in that also we just have these two ones, signal and control flow. So we just can add to those. Nice. But I think apart from that, everything seems to be fine. So we at least have all the mono repositories working fine. So we can say we can say start CC signals app component HTML. So here we should have given a spacer in here, and we don't have it here. But let's see if I if I can close the others. And if I go to view child and then open the app component HTML here, compared to CC signals, we do have the spacer here. So we just need to basically have this div inside here, and then we should be good. Aha! Now I'm trying to do my Vim bindings. So this should be like this, and we should be good. So we copy this guy, and then the other one was logs, missing spacer log. So CC signals, and then we also had control flow, and this should be around somewhere here. So start control flow app HTML. Here we need to pass this one. There we go. Final control flow. Oh, final control flow app HTML. That's the spacer, and then final CC signals app HTML. And there we go. There we go. So we have all of them at least saved. So all the custom components, all the workspaces, apart from the ones that I need to update manually, have been updated. This is great. So I can at least commit this one. But before that, I also want to run one more thing. My PC is dying, literally. I don't know what is wrong. But what I will do is I'll stop here. I'll try to push this, but then I also have other sort of packages or other apps that I also need to make work. Or maybe let's add this. So git commit m. Here we have updated the, and we don't need the find spacer JS anymore. So we can remove that. We can remove the log as well. The readme update, it should be still there. But we can say git commit m chore Angular, and here we can say updated Angular were to, or updated to Angular v18 for NX workspaces, and we can at least push this, and this will say yay, I've pushed it. Awesome. So now I can actually remove this, and what I want to do is I want to find where do I have the, if I look at angular.json, I think I should be able to find all the applications which have the, which have a separate Angular code base. So maybe we can do the same thing as this one. No, maybe do the same thing, but I just removed my file. Okay, let's do one more. So we can say find, or we can probably put that inside here in the script as well. Do we have any other script that actually does that? Extract project info, find project name. No, that's not the one. Let's create one here, or find find standalone projects.js. Here we're going to paste this file, and we're going to go here and say stats directory and not file path dot includes node modules. Then we are good. But what we want to do is in this whole file, we want to say if the file name is project.json. No, is it angular.json? Then we just want to log that. So we don't really need to even find the content there. And we basically want to just do fs.append file sync log file path. And here we can call this Angular project or standalone Angular project file path. And here we can say standalone .txt. Right? Is that okay? I think that's good. Let's run this. So if I run node scripts, find standalone projects, start apps. So now if I go and see my file paths, we have ng jest setup and ng pwa conversion. Are those the only ones? That's interesting. Angular.json. So we have ng jest setup, and then we have ng pwa conversion. That's actually it. And do we have them in the, we have them in, so we also have them, but we have project.json in here. Okay, I get you. So we have chapter 10 where we have ng jest setup. So we can do, okay, so let's do them quickly then we can quickly do that. So let's go to cd start maybe we can also put that into logs folder. If I run the same command, sorry, I'm going to try to do one thing. If I run this, it just says logs written to logs, or no? Now it says no file open. Why does it say that? What does append file sync do? Aha, okay. That makes sense. Okay, I'm going to delete this file. Do we have any folder created logs now? No. Is it? I think it's because, yeah, because it tries to find a logs folder. Okay. So here maybe it can say if fs.read dir sync logs, or here we can say something like const logs dir equals this if logs. If not logs dir fs.create the, or is it not create dir? No, is it mkdir? Is mkdir sync logs, and then we try to do this. Oh, but here we have what? Directly path, no. What just happened? Ah, okay, because this one. Okay, I think this should be good now. If I run this, does it not? So it says logs. It tries to find that, and then yeah, of course. So maybe we can put this into a try, and we can. If it doesn't exist, then we create that. Okay, so now we have the logs file here, and we have the paths here as well. I'm gonna also make sure that git ignore contains the logs folder as well. So we have that ignored. There we go. Okay, so now we have git ignore and this file. Okay, awesome. Now we can push this. Git status commit find or chore find standalone projects, add script to find standalone projects. Here we have added this. Now what we can do is we can cd into those folders. So cd start apps chapter 10 ng jest setup, and as you can see, this is an Angular project. So here we can, I think, try to run the ng update and see what it ng update, and let's see what this says. And maybe we can rename this function as well. Have you pushed it? No. Find standalone projects. Okay, so now we have here Angular CLI, Angular core, so we can update both the CLI and the core just like this. So before that, I'm just gonna open another terminal. Here we can say git add dot git commit amend, and there we go. Now I can go here and say ng update Angular CLI with npx. Once that is done, we can install the core. Then we have to do the same thing for the final projects as well. So let's do that as well. Start apps chapter 13. And if I go to the logs, I have the other one, ng pwa conversion. Here I can also run ng update or npx ng update Angular /CLI. Okay, that's good. Both of them are going side by side, it looks like. But I also want to test one thing in the meantime. So if I go, what is this? Why do I have this one? If I go to vim zsh, is it bash rc? Bash rc. I probably have something. Yeah, this one. I don't want this. Whenever I open a new bash terminal, this weird little message just comes in. Now it doesn't. Thank you. Okay, so select the migrations that you like to run. Press space to select A to toggle all, and then I to invert selection migration application process to the new build system. Okay, I think maybe A, and enter to proceed. Interesting. This was not the case before. Interesting. Two-way binding that have invalid expression to use long for expression instead. But what did that change actually? So in the TypeScript here we added interrupt true, but any of the files changed? No, it doesn't seem like it. So that's good. Good enough for me. Okay, so the migration for this one has done. We can now run the core one, and for the PW conversion we can also use this one. Use the application builder. There we go. And we'll also then run Angular core. Okay. Now it says can't do it. Okay. So, okay, so let's add these ones. So we can now say git status, git commit, what? Commit. Here we can say chore, Angular, or here we can say work in progress, start standalone apps migration, updated the Angular CLI packages. Okay, so there we go. Now we can run update Angular core, and here we can also run Angular core. There we go. And I think it's already up to date. Cool, there we go. Can we run then npm run build, and does it work fine? Npm. I'm gonna also run the sanity check script that I had later on, but just to make sure that these work right now even. So here I'm gonna start going into final apps chapter 10 ng jest set up npm or npx ng update angular /cli. I think it's gonna start crying and say no. Okay, so the build process was at least done. We had a warning. The budget 2.05 was not met by 604 bytes, and leaderboard component is CSS. Interesting. Not too bad though. Okay. Would it say repository is not clean, or would it run the migration for us? What do you think? I think it's gonna be fine. Maybe we can add the other one as well, so it does in parallel. So final apps chapter 13 ng pws setup. Is it setup? PW conversion, right? npx ng update angular CLI. I really like how smooth the process is. Ooh, incompatible peer dependencies found. Peer dependency warning when installing means those dependencies might not work correctly together. Which ones? Is it just preset Angular? I think we will have to upgrade just preset Angular, but it should be fine, I think. Okay, so then maybe we can install the latest one. So npm, or if I do ls, do we have yarn? No, we have npm install just preset Angular. Let's try to install the latest one. I mean, we could go with force at the moment, and then we can figure out which version of just preset Angular works right now with this one, but I think we should be good. So if I run this again, I think it's repository not clean. Okay, so we'll try with PW conversion first. Once that's done, then we can do the other one. But I'm also gonna see what time has it been, how much. So one hour and 26 minutes so far we are in. And mind it, we are upgrading more than 160 projects now. I think I said 180, maybe we should have said 160, because I recalled it was more than, yeah, but now I'm not really sure. Well, let's see. Okay, so packages successfully installed. Okay. Yeah. Use the new builder. Let's do it. Okay, so here now we can say git status. Let's add all of these. I think all of these are in final, right? Yes. So git commit chore Angular work in progress final standalone apps updated and GPWA conversion to latest, or I think updated, yeah, NGPWA latest, NGPWA conversion to latest. I think we're gonna have to do commit amend. We'll see how that goes. But npm run build is something I'm gonna run right now, and for the Jest setup I can now run this. Because the repository is clean now, we can basically do that. This could give us a hard time, but maybe it will just be fine, I think. So so this is building fine. So just the Jest setup is the remaining one. I think it's going to be fine as well. There we go. We got a updated package.json with v18 running, no problems at all. And the fun part is that when we merge this, I think the mono repository here also should be running actions. So I do run actions right here, and the actions should run sanity itself. So maybe we can just push and merge and see if the sanity works fine. And if it does, then we are good to go. If I go to build, it goes and runs sanity. Does it run npm run sanity? Yeah, it does. So it runs all the packages. I could have just seen this as well, by the way. So we have PWA app shell that we run with production. There we go. And then we run all of these as well. So ideally this should be fine. But let's see. Okay, do we want to use the new build system? Yes, we do. There we go. Git status. We can also just add these. All of them are in final, and we can do git commit, amend, and here we can change this to update final files, final standalone apps to latest. And here we can say teen, and we can just do like this. Now that we have this, we can push this, and we can then maybe create a PR. I don't know if the workflow has this for PRs as well, but let's double check. So if I go to workflows, sanity, it runs pull request on main. That's good. And then we have deploy as well. So we should be able to then run this. So let's quickly go and run a PR, and then we'll see how that looks like. So if I go to pull request, I can actually create this Angular v18. Would you look at that? And now we have a bunch of commits that we just did, and we added, we changed all of this basically for the support of version 18. So we can quickly create a pull request. Here we can say PR. This PR updates all the Angular Cookbook recipes to Angular v18. There we go. We can update the commit. I don't think we need to say much more than that. So we have checks going on. Let's see if sanity goes fine. I'm hoping that everything goes smooth so I can wrap this up earlier. Let's see. This is probably one of the toughest parts of the whole repository, because it has to go and install the packages in all 3 projects or all 3 workspaces and also run everything else as well. So look at that, we got an error now. Wa alaikum assalam unknown 7, how's it going? So now we got an error, right? Why did we get an error here? Because we have some sort of dependencies that are not working. So here it says Fort Awesome, and here it says something like could not resolve dependency Angular code 17 from Angular Fort Awesome. So this package has not been updated completely. So if I go and try to search this package, Angular Fort Awesome, let's see when was the last release. 3 weeks ago. So 0.15 should probably have. So here we have Angular support for 18. So let's update that. And I think this was in CodewithAhsan, right? Maybe it was in package.json. Here we have where's the Fort Awesome? Fort. Let's see, Fort Awesome. No? Is it Font Awesome? Why did I have Fort Awesome in my mind? Why can't I find it? Wait a second. Where was it? So here we have Fort Awesome. Yeah, there we go. So Final has it, as you can see, and Start also probably has it. Start also has it, right? So Fort Awesome SVG, regular SVG icons. So here we have to update those. So we can quickly go into the Start. And here we can do npm install latest. And we can also do the same thing in the final one. So cd, and here we can also do the same thing. Okay, we have a problem. What is the problem here? Fort Awesome says, oh, we also have ngrx component store, etc. that we also need to fix. I almost forgot those. Okay, so we also need to upgrade ngrx component store as well. So how about we install this guy and this guy at latest and see if they cry much more. Okay, so which ones also we have an issue with? So we have ngrx effects as well. Ngrx store at latest, ngrx effects at latest. Do we also have some more? ngrfx 18 from root project. Store. I think it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be a bit tough because everything is dependent on each other. So we're gonna have to upgrade them just like this. Now I also want to run npm install just to see if it installs by default easily or no. So it doesn't. So here it says store devtools was missing. So I also forgot store devtools. So ngrx store devtools. Let's see. Now I want to see if this works. No, this doesn't. Which is it? Store devtools, right? While resolving store devtools 17.0.1 found ngrx store 18.0.0. So this was from the root project. ngrx store 18.0.0 from NGXFX. Okay. Could not resolve dependency store. I don't understand. Let's see. I think I'm probably losing my mind. So here, if I do ngrx slash, so store is this one. DevTools has this one, right? So didn't I fix this one? ngrx slash store DevTools. At latest. I missed that. That's why. Now we are good. I think we should be good now. Let's see. Let's hope for the best. Maybe there's some weird other package that I also used in the book that doesn't make it work. Yee, look at that. ngmocks. Found Angular this one, but it actually... Yeah. But then, can we see what is ngmocks? Unknown Seven is asking, why does front-end development not considered real development? I'm a front-end developer. It sounds so silly. Should I try backend just for the sake of getting an idea how hard it is? No, I don't think so, to be honest. And who says it? It's not real development. Without front-end development, nobody would be able to see anything in the browser, so to say. And if you ask me if I wanted to create an API on the backend, I could probably do it in, lesser amount of time compared to the front-end work. So I don't think why it says real or who says it. But they're probably stupid, whoever says that, to be honest. Or they've never tried front-end development. It's those people who have never done front-end development think that front-end development is easy. That's the reality of it. So if you want to learn it for the sake of learning, then you can learn it. But if you want to just do it for the sake of trying something real, then you don't need to be honest. It's, front-end development is as tough or as important as backend development. I don't want to compare the complexity and the technicalities of it, but when it comes to responsibility, they both have to work side by side. So it can't work without that. Okay, so it seems like at least this command works. So I'm going to copy this, run this in the final one. Whoops. And hopefully when I run npm install, then it should work. I'm going to just run npm install and see if this works fine. This looks fine to me. So I'm going to push this now. What you could also do is you can also do a lot of scripting. For example, I've done a lot of bash scripting or Node.js scripts. If you want to try out something that is not purely HTML, CSS and JavaScript, you can also run JavaScript on the backend, for example, or just create some scripts for the kick of it. Git status, no. Git status. We have 4 of them. Commit. CI or fix CI fix package.json conflicts. We're gonna push this and we are going to have a look at the actions. So hopefully this time it should be fine. If the sanity scripts works fine, then I think we are actually good to go. I'm just going to merge it. Then we would have done all of this in just one live stream. And we have updated 80 projects plus times 2, which is, I don't think you understand how cool this is. And all the readers of the book will be able to get the latest and the greatest, unless something goes wrong here. So we have fixed the final repository or final workspace. We fixed the starter or start workspace. The CodewithAhsan package, I think it's okay, but only time will tell. So now this is building all the packages, running the npm install as well. If it goes to sanity, then that means that we have resolved the issue of the conflicting dependencies. And that's very important because a lot of readers of the book usually get those errors when they try to run npm install, and they should not have it because they're supposed to just run everything smoothly. And if they cannot, then I have not done a really good job in this case. Okay, let's see. This seems promising so far. Nice. Good. I think I'm hopeful that it's good. I'm going to keep this open. I'm going to go out for a couple of minutes, but out of my room, not out of my house. I'm going to be back. But if this goes to sanity, then you can just look at if the sanity app or the sanity script works or not. But hopefully it works. Okay, so the start folder worked perfectly fine. That is amazing. Okay, there we go. So we are on the sanity one. So this is going to run some build processes and then check if everything works fine. I'm going to be right back. Okay, how was it? Was it seems like everything worked out fine. Okay, nice. Let's go. So we got the build done, which means that we can merge this PR. Hey, let's go. So we can just go ahead and merge this nice guy, confirm merge, and hopefully everything goes well. So now what's going to happen is it's not only going to now that it has been merged, it will also be deployed as well. So now this is going to run the deploy. So it's going to build the whole app or all the applications, and then it will just deploy them. And right now, or actually, if I go to code, we should have this as well. Angular Cookbook second edition. Yay! This is not centered, however, but meh. Code updated to Angular v18. Nice. Maybe this should be in a note. Not really sure. Maybe. Or something like this. What if I also had this inside underscores? Or maybe update it to, just update it to Angular v18, right? Maybe we can commit the changes. Updated readme. Sure. Readme. Updated readme.md. Committed. I think we should be good. And then when we have new versions, I'll just do the same thing. Maybe I'll try to automate this as well, because we did some specific steps. We run npx nx migrate latest, then we ran npm install. The only problem was we also had to commit those changes, but I think this can be automated, and we can try to run this in an automated way. And if it doesn't work with the automated way, then we can just say no, not going to do that. Okay, so we have the readme right here. We don't need to have a deploy for this readme, so I'm going to cancel that. But for this one, I think we should still have a deploy. Okay, so we are installing the dependencies. That also builds the whole project and whatnot. In this case, in the whole repository. Once it does, once it is done, it will build it, deploy it, and I think then we can call it a day for sure. Okay, so I also forgot, what does it do then? It runs the standalone apps like ngJS setup build, PW conversion build, both for start and final, as far as I remember. Yeah. And then it also runs the build process for 88 projects that we have. Nice. I'll let it be. But maybe we can also prepare a post for this as well. Let's do a post as well. I'm not really sure which one was was this one. Should be, I don't know. Maybe we can create just a new post and say create a design landing post. So what template should we use for this one? Maybe something like, we could also have something very, very basic. I mean, this guy could be something like this. We could then maybe have an Angular Cookbook. So here we can maybe have Angular v18, and we could also have let's see. So we have the cookbook here as well. So here we can say Angular v18. the heading. There we go. How does this look like for now? Okay, let's also make this guy centered compared to these. There we go. And we can make this a bit smaller. And maybe we can also add a plus. Goes here. Right? Now we can group them. Oh, my camera died again, which means this is almost 2 hours for our stream. I'm going to change the battery of my camera real quick. And we can also put a text, I think, here. Or now that I think about it, maybe I should have a link here that also says buy, because no one actually thinks about having this here. Now that I think about it, okay, maybe we can try to say cookbook site. Let's open this guy. Maybe we can also have some sort of redirection as well, you know. That's not the one. And the cookbook site is the one. Oh, what? Where's everything? There's nothing here. There's nothing inside this folder. Why don't we have it? Okay, but maybe we'll fix that later. But then we can have, we should do it probably now. But then I need to clone this guy. So we should have something like here. Site. So here we have this guy. Let's quickly clone this. Git clone. Or maybe can remove this guy. Clone this, but ng cookbook site. Code ng. What did I just do? Okay, code ng cookbook site. Let's quickly. And here we can then just quickly go ahead and do npm I. Remove this guy, remove this guy. Zoom a bit in. What we can do is in the top header component, we can just go ahead and add a buy button. So people can actually buy this. So we have got the spacer here. We have this guy. And then we should also have, I think we should also have a button that says buy. And here we can say class, or this could actually be an A tag. And here we could have px1 or px3, py 1.5. What is the color of my header in this case? Anyways, so here we have buy. And if we go here, we should have, so it's, yeah, so we can have something like a yellow color in this case. So we can say, is it this one? Fail to remove some directories. Interesting. Come on, what are you talking about? Is it yarn based? No, this is npm install, right? Okay, so here we should have buy, we should have bg yellow, something like this. Text dark or text black, font semi bold, npm start, and here we have this, and then we can have the href pointing to the Amazon link, so we can copy link address from here and we can then paste it right here, and then we can also say target blank rel, no opener, no refer. Save this guy. Let's try this on localhost 4200. That's not good. Oh, it's running already. It's trying to build it at the moment. That's fine. Okay, this one went well. So let's see if we can see this one. Okay, so we have this right here. So we have buy that says right here. We should probably have this as a rounded MD. Rounded MD hover BG yellow 600. So something like this. And maybe also, no, maybe 500 is good enough. But we also should have duration 200. Okay. There we go. And clicking on it takes us to Amazon. Cool. Should we also have this button in the home component as well, where we have this name here? Justify center, books container. What does books container do? Flex column, right? So can't we just have this here? Format document. Oh no, that's not what I meant. So here we do have book image card. What does that do? Is it also flex column? Yes, it is. Maybe after this one. So here we have the buy button. We click it. We go there. Awesome. Good. Okay, there we go. And I don't think we really need the Angular Cookbook second edition is blah, blah, blah. I don't think we need all of this, to be honest. I also, to be honest, don't think we should need this. We can probably have something that we can borrow from the NG Cookbook right here. No, not here. Which one is the one? Damien Komonsky, is it possible to get job as an Angular developer? What do you mean by that question? Of course you can. There are a lot of Angular jobs available throughout the world. So yes, you can. Is it possible that I can also add Markdown here? No, I can't. If I go and right click this, shouldn't I be able to get just the HTML to all of this? But is it possible for me then to, I don't know. If I do copy copy outer HTML. And if I go here, I change this to say this, right? If I save this, let's go here. Okay, so what we also want to do is to not have a max width of MD. We should have, when you're on MD, the max width should be 3XL. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna also see what is wrong with the F6, blah blah blah. It is very hard now to get a job as a front end. I sent many resumes and don't get any responses some time ago, and I get a response from Samsung, Motorola, etc. Now no response. Right now the job market itself is very very tough, so I think it's expected to see what you're seeing. However, there are jobs available for almost every particular kind of technology. If you're not getting replies, then that means that something is wrong. So it most of the times it can be that they find better candidates than you, but if not, then you might want to ask them for feedback. If you're not selected, then why not? Or if they're not, first of all, if they're not responding, then there's something wrong. So you need to show your CV or resume to someone, or the message or the cover letter that you're sending to someone who is already probably in the market. Just ask them, if this looks okay, if something needs to be changed, and then you can get an idea of what could be wrong in this case. So I would suggest try with that, to be honest. Okay, so min width is flex direction is going to be row. That's fine. Head max width. Why do we have this max width 28 rem? I don't want that. Or maybe there was a reason why we had that. Here we have it, right? But we should not be having that. Maybe we should have a width full in this case. Yeah, there we go. So on mobile it should still be just like that. Yeah, there we go. So cookbook second edition by blah blah blah. And we can also have the OL. So copy outer HTML, come here, format this nice little document, and then right after P, paste it. Hey, let's go. And now if I go here, oh, look at that. When you're combining in communication, blah, 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 nice. You can also have a look at, because these are OL, I think this should, maybe because we are using Tailwind CSS, that's why. That is probably why. But don't we have something like, what is the, what was the type that, yeah, list style none. So list style, we want to have a list style, not in Arabic Indic, not in Armenian. I think we could do auto. That seems nice. Bengali. Ooh, do we have one in Urdu? We have one in Gujarati. Do we have one in Urdu? Please be. Oh, we have one in Urdu. Beautiful. Well, I'm gonna do auto. So we should have, I'm gonna also do a format document, but we should have a class name, class list star or list auto. Decimal list item, display list item. What is this? Why don't we have tailwindcss.com? I want to see why don't we have this list style type. So we have none, this decimal. What if I want an arbitrary value? Oh, so we can add from Tailwind CSS. So we have square, Roman. Okay, so let's do that. let's do it the proper way. Themes extend. Is it theme extend? Is it theme list style type extend? List style type. Extend list style type. Yeah, that's the one. And we can add more. So we can say something like auto. Should be auto. Thank you, please. And then we can do list. There you go. You can see the list auto there. Ooh. Okay, let's save this guy. Let's try to see if we can. Oh, look at that. Now this is coming from the actual style, but what I don't like, as you can see, okay, feedback. Maybe it is easier to get a job in administrator, manager, server, manage server, switches, etc. I don't really think so. The jobs of programming, if you think about a company that is an IT company, the number of programmers there obviously are going to be more than server admins, whoever manages the switches, blah blah blah, because it can't be more than the programmers, right? And if there is a less number of opportunities for those people, like and server admins, database administrators, then that means that it's going to be even more competition. So I don't usually review resumes, but you can send me on LinkedIn, and if I have time, I will definitely get back to you with the feedback. But if I don't, please don't mind. Okay, so I want these to be aligned with this guy. So maybe let's give some sort of padding to it. So if we do padding left, maybe 16 pixels. Yeah, there we go. So this now sort of aligns with that. I think I'll be happy with that. So PX or PL4 should be good enough. There we go. Now we're getting this from PL4, padding left 1 RM. I like it. Yeah, I like it. If I go writing tests, does it do that? Ooh, so cool. But what I also want to do is, I want to have all of these having a rel. How do we go about that? Let's say we try to find. Let's say we try to find something like. Now I'm going to show you some Vim techniques, if they work fine, because I'm also a Vim beginner. So what I want to try to find is HTTPS : this is because of that. Okay, so // github.com/packed. Okay, so I'm going to try to find these, and then I'm going to run a queue, which I'm going to record at the register A. Is it recording already or is it not? I can't tell. So escape queue at, maybe it's recording. So then what I can do is I can go to the beginning of this, and I can do something like target blank. This was href. And then if I try to do the same thing, you can see now I can copy paste it there, right? But what I don't really want to do that. I want to make it even more powerful. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to try to do HTTPS / github.com/packed. Wait, what did I miss? The M and packed. Okay, so now if I hit enter, I can do Q A, and then I can do Control-Shift-I, and then I should be able to do something like target _blank, and I'm not hitting enter because then it would go away from it. And then I also want to do rel, and I want to do no opener, no referrer. Okay, now that I'm here, now I can do n, and I can now, I think, do @ A. No, it doesn't do it. But if I do dot, but if I do dot, no, it doesn't do it. Ah, I thought it would do it. Okay, then I'm just gonna copy this. But why doesn't it record it? Because it, if I do Q, I had to press Q 2 times. Sad. Okay, then I'll try this again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually copy this. And then let's try this again. So what I'll do is I'll try to find HTTPS. Now it's recording queue. I don't want to do that. So now I want to do this HTTPS github.com packed. So I find it. Then I do Q A. So now it's doing A. Now I can do I target, and I can maybe do target underscore blank, blank. And here I can do REL, no opener, no referrer. Okay, now I've done this. So I do a Q to stop it. Good. Now I do N, and now I do at A. There we go. And then I can do N at A, N at A. What did I do? Target black. Why does it say black? Did I do target black everywhere? Okay. Okay, so this guy. Okay, so I went to this and then A. I'll live with the black one in this case. Writing unit test, E2E test. And there we go. I think we're done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say colon percentage S, and I can say underscore black. Is it not the same thing, or is it the small one? Yeah, black. I'm going to replace that with underscore blank. There we go. And we have changed 13 lines. Save. Thank you for your responses. I look at job sites and there are many offers. Admin IT, administrator, network engineer. There are more offers than the front-end developers. There are more offers than the front-end developers. I agree, but there are not going to be more offers within the same company. That's what I meant. If there's a company, there might be 10 different system administrators, but there might be 25 programmers or 30 programmers or 50 programmers, whatever. Now, the job post doesn't really mean the ratio of the people. That's what I meant. ChatGPT doesn't replace person who has to work with servers. Developer can be replaced with ChatGPT. I don't think, yeah. Since you're not able to get jobs, I don't think you know what developers do. And ChatGPT cannot do that. Sorry. Not yet. So you need to really have some good skills. And ChatGPT is really, really bad in a lot of situations. So you almost always have to find a sort of middle ground and have to fix things that ChatGPT writes. So yeah, not there yet, if you understand what I mean. But regardless, now that I have this done, I can actually push this code. So git add commit feed by add by button. We're gonna push this right on the main branch, which means that our actual ngcookbook.com will be updated. Right now it doesn't have this buy button or anything else, but it will have it. So what I'm gonna do this is, I also wanted to do one more thing. Okay, I can actually maybe reopen this. What I also wanted to do is to have some sort of redirect which if I just go to ngcookbook.com/buy, it just redirects to some place. That's what I wanted to do. So snippets component does something like this, but I don't think we have. Oh, we have redirects, right? But these are Netlify redirects. I also have other Netlify projects which should have some redirects. Okay, so maybe we can try to find Netlify redirects example. So let's try to find that. Redirects and rewrites, blah, blah, blah. So here we have the redirects, right? Here we go. So we can also add a new redirect there. It should be here. Oops. So here we have, I think if we go towards buy, then it should take us to the actual link of the cookbook. So right now you see we don't have the button, but we will have the button as soon as the code is deployed. So here we go and paste this guy. There we go. And then we can just add this. Git add commit m, and we go ahead and we say chore by add by redirect. Okay, so there we go. And we can just do a git push. And now we should be able to do it. And here then we can just say ngcookbook.com/buy. And you should be able to then buy that. Super cool. So Angular Cookbook, Angular v18. Maybe we should have something like, I don't know. What do you call it? If I search Angular, what comes up? So we have the new, no. We have still the old logo. I don't see the new logo in there anymore. We should probably have something like a, what do you call it? Confetti. If you send your resume now, you are sure you'll get a job as a front-end developer. Do you make money projects and you have a big portfolio? Does the portfolio cause that you get a job? Yes. If I send my resume, I'm very sure that I'm gonna get at least an interview offer, and that is because I have a lot of things in my portfolio. I have a lot of projects. I am an author of a published books. I have a lot of open source projects that I've created, but regardless, I have things like just some applications. For example, focusdoro.application is an app that helps with productivity. So you can start your focus timer, you can take a break just like this for 5 minutes. You can add your tasks to it. For example, working on Angular Cookbook, just add this, and now you'll see that item being added here. So there are a lot of things that I've built. This is one of those things, app.flashback.com. This is a game that I built during a hackathon. So I can actually start a new game. I can invite friends. This is real time. This is deployed on production. People can actually create games with multiplayers in this, and they can play together a game. So I've created that. I've also created ng2048, if I can open that. And even if nobody uses that, I have this as a portfolio. If I can open that. Was it this one, or did I deploy something new? Oh, interesting. What happened to this guy? Site is not fully. Why? Did we happen to delete the page here as well? Pages. Deploy from a branch, GH pages, okay. What do we have in GH pages? We have everything here. This should be fine. If I go here, I get 2048. What if? Interesting. Do I have actions here? Let's see. Pages build and deployment, right? It was 3 months ago. Okay, so but here then, oh, okay. So I've switched to pages, but it says deploy from GH pages. I should have said deploy from action. There we go. And then we can probably run an action. So build and deploy. I don't know if I can run this again. Can I rerun the flow? No. Can I run the action again? No. All workflows. No, I can't do it. What if I just change something in the README and then commit it? ng2048, an Angular rendition of the classic. Oh, we have the about game here. I can probably put it there, and I can update the README, covered the changes, and this will deploy it. But essentially, I have the portfolio, and that portfolio causes job offers. It also causes people to reach out to me from LinkedIn, and yeah, we don't have a GitHub workflow file anymore. I don't understand, but we'll fix that. But if I go to my own portfolio, you can see I have about 1100 followers on GitHub. I have a bunch of projects, one of which is NGX device detector. A lot of people actually use that only on GitHub. A lot of projects use that. I don't know if we can see that here now anymore. No. But for example, a lot of people have contributed to this. So the idea is that you create a lot of projects and then you can go ahead and then share that within your resume. Okay, now we have the buy button as well. There we go. Why does it say buy on the side though? Okay, I don't really mind this, to be honest. If I go down, it shows it like this, but here it shows it like this, which is, I think it's okay because it's easier to access. I don't mind it. It's fine. What happens if I try to go to /buy? So this redirect should be working as well. No, not yet, at least. So if I go here, I see the action. No, this should be on Netlify. So netlify.com, log in. Maybe I should have the redirect. Maybe I should have the redirect before. I made a mistake. So I'll fix that. But anyways, so here we should have confetti. Maybe we should have confetti like this. And maybe we should have it behind. I don't know. I don't know if how I feel about this. Maybe it's too distracting. Maybe I could make it a bit less. No. I don't know. I'm thinking. Should I make this a... But then we would have it like this. I don't know. Don't like it. What about this guy? Don't know about this one too. Because as soon as this tries to come up with something else, because of the logo that we have here, I think it's gonna be a bit of a challenge. What about this? It looks stupid enough, but I don't really know how I feel about it yet. No. Ha! I don't know. I don't know if it should be like this or not. Maybe let's have a look at what the confettis what do we have here? Maybe this one. I think this is okay. What do you think? I think it's okay. But in order for having this, I need to make, maybe I can move it behind, but I'll make this a bit bigger like this. Maybe we can also have a heading that says Angular Cookbook 2nd edition. Something like this. maybe we can also make this confetti thingy a bit lighter. Okay, yeah, I think this is good. I'm gonna download this and we'll see where we go from there. Cool. How about I try the buy link? I'll try this once. If it doesn't work, then we need to fix it. So this guy should actually be before everything else. So if someone goes to buy, they should go here. Otherwise, they should go here. Git add, git commit, fix, redirects, fix the buy button, redirect. Git push. There we go. Why do a lot of things don't just work? So if I log in, shouldn't it just log in? It just keeps it standing there. Checked all, don't want those. But once this is deployed, I think we should be able to see everything. But now that we have this, we can also add a but if you look at the redirects and this one, the last one should come at the end. Or we also have these ones as well. You can specify, but we have okay. Do we have a toml file as well? Netlify.toml. No, we don't have it. Rule processing order. So this one, exactly. So it will process the first matching rule it finds, reading from top to bottom. Rules and redirects are always processed first, followed by rules in the Netlify configuration file. So if I put asterisk at the top, it would, yeah, as I suspected, it would take care of that one instead of the other one. That's fine. Do we think this is going to be deployed? So if I hit enter, no, not deployed yet. Can you check my app which I made? Unfortunately not. Send me a message on LinkedIn and I'll see if I get time, then I can do that. I want to really finish this as soon as possible and then get done with it. Okay, so we got normal. Let's remove this guy. Leave, thank you. And then we can also try to, and you can find me on LinkedIn on this particular link if you don't already have that. Buy. If I try this in incognito, there we go. So the link works now. Okay, good. Maybe this is being done because of caching. I think this is probably because caching. So empty cache and hard reload. Thank you. Buy. No, it doesn't go there. For some weird reason. My browser is causing some trouble. But we should be fine with that. I think. Okay, so now I have to go to sleep. So thank you everyone who joined. This was fun. I'm gonna post on LinkedIn that we now support Angular version 18, and I'm gonna see you later when I can. As always, happy coding. See you next time.